Hey guys, Force Online here to bring you another one of my trash builds. Now this is the Coward's Tank. So the idea behind the Coward's Tank is to use skills to reduce my incoming damage by as much as I can. Not really versatile in use, it's just predominantly focused on survivability. Alright, so let's take a look. So we've got about 50k health there, 15k magicka and 17k stamina. Very much focusing on health at this point. You can change it up to make stamina and magicka more predominant, but just surviving or just focusing on survivability, just focused on health here. Now my resistances are sitting as close as I can to 33k without going over. You can have your resistances as less, but I'll try to push it up there as much as I can. I'm using the Lord Munderstone, which increases my health by 3k there, and I'm a stage 1 vampire. I do have minor protection because of one of the skills I have, which is permanently on, and major resolve because of one of the item sets that I'm using. Alright, let's take a look at the item sets. So first one here is Mighty Tudor. So it gives me some armor and max health as well. And I gain major resolve and ward at all times. So it increases my resistances by 5.2k. Now the reason I'm having this here is because I don't have to concentrate on constantly having to activate this buff. It's constantly available there for me. So I don't have to worry about changing or getting out of defensive mode in order to activate the skill and then going back into defensive mode. Alright, the second set I'm using is Juggernaut. So when I take damage while under 30% health, I heal for 20k health. So this set is just used for survivability. So if my health is getting very low, getting very close to dying, this set will activate and it will replenish my health, hopefully surviving that encounter. Alright, the third set I'm using here is Cyrodiil's Light. So while I'm casting or channeling an ability, it reduces my damage taken by 15%. Now, a lot of the skills that I do use on this build is channels, so having that 15% reduction there definitely helps. Alright, let's take a look at the skills. So starting off with the ranged taunt from the Undaunted skill line. So this is just your standard taunt that you have. It costs magicka and also has a synergy there for allies to activate. Now the second skill I'm using is Elusive Mist from the Vampire skill line. So dissolve into a dark mist, reducing my damage taken by 75% and granting me major expedition. So if I'm running into a lot of trouble, activate the skill and run away. Now the third one I'm using is Retreating Maneuver from the Alliance War skill line. So predominantly used in Cyrodiil to increase your movement speed to ride around a lot faster. The reason I'm using it here is attacks from behind deal 15% less damage while this effect persists. So I've got 8 seconds of 15% less damage taken if I turn my back to the enemy. Alright, so this is the main reason I'm calling it the Coward's Tank. Now, the fourth skill I'll use here is Defensive Stance from the Sword and Board skill line. So while I have a shield equipped, reduces the cost of block and increases the amount of damage that I can block by 10%. So this just increases the amount of damage I can block, which makes it very nice if you're trying to permanent block. And the fifth skill I'm using here is Deep Thoughts from the psijic order skill line. So while I have the skill activated, I heal for 1700 health and also restore some resources on top of that. And the main reason I'm using this skill here is for one of the passives. So while casting or channeling a psijic order skill, I gain major protection, which reduces my damage taken by 30%. So Meditate definitely activates that passive as well. So I've got a 30% damage mitigation there. I've got a 15% damage mitigation for Cyrodiil's Light. And I'm also a High Elf. So taking a look at the passive here. When you're using an ability with a channel or a cast time, the damage you take is reduced by 5%. Now, high elves are very, very rarely used as the race for tanks, but this is the main reason that I'm using a high elf here. And back to the skills. The last skill I'm using here, the ultimate from the psijic order skill line. So I can step back 4 seconds, and then whatever resource I had at that time, I then regain. And also, while this while this ability is slotted, I gain minor protection, which reduces my incoming damage by 8%. So most of the skills here, except for the taunt, is built to reduce my incoming damage. So just built for survivability, not really a lot of maneuverability on this build. Alright, let's take a look. Alright, so 571 with no abilities activated. Using meditate, down to 329. Right, turning my back, activating, just get the AoE out of the way. Turning my back. See that reduction there, down to 490. And then Elusive Mist. Let's get the AoE out of the way again. Alright, there you go, 118. Now just traditional blocking. So you need about 200. So Elusive Mist is definitely the best one at reducing the amount of incoming damage. The rapid maneuver is very situational. Wouldn't recommend turning your back on the enemy the entire time. Meditate's definitely a go-to because restores some resources there and restores health at the same time. So as long as you can keep your taunt active, so you got 15 seconds, you just stay in this form here, and your incoming damage is a lot less and you heal at the same time. Alrighty guys, thanks for listening. If you like the content I'm putting out, please hit that like and subscribe. If you have any ideas for builds that I need to do in the future, please let me know in the comments down below. Take care and be safe. Bye.